Hello, Girl Gang. This is Amber Vargas, founder and owner of Girl Pursuit, episode 28. Are y'all ready? If you can breathe through it, you can get through it. I promise you. I have said this to my daughter when she was having a hard time putting her seatbelt on, I believe it was. It was a month or two ago. I've even posted a story about this, and it was really like I was trying to help her through her anxiety. I was guiding her to be in a more regulated state. She can have her moment of dysregulation. Everybody can and should, but she can come out of it on the other side and better. And she will, because if you can breathe through it, you can get through it. Life will hurt. Life will be hard. And life will throw things at my kids that I can't shield them from. But I can teach them, and I can teach them this one profound thing, is that if you can breathe through it, you can get through it. Not, oh, it won't hurt, or it'll be fine. I effing hate those. Like, your anxiety, just putting it out on your child when they're hurt, and like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like, why are you saying that to your child? Validate their feeling, they're hurt. But equip them with something that can get them through it, right? Having the grit to get through it. One breath at a time. You have the capacity to survive this moment. One breath at a time. Teach them that. Give them that. Give yourself that. Staying rooted, present, and breathing. That's grounding. Grounding in real life. Right, girl? Embracing that fire inside you. Grit in real life. Pushing through. Like, these are the things that we should do. I do. I believe we should do. You should do. Why I realize this, and why do I realize that this truth is so important, and it's so simple, and it's so basic. We literally need to breathe to be alive, right? We need to breathe. And so much of, let's say, when I was doing yoga, I remember they say it's all in the breath. When you're running, it's all in the breath. Like, think about it. You really, when you start panicking, that's where your breath, it's like your mind, your body's sending different signals. Your brain's like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Like, this is chaos mode. Breathing. I remember during childbirth, and once again, an episode that I spoke about where I did practice and took this whole course on hypnotic birthing. And it wasn't like I was literally in a hypnosis, but it was literally the practice of breathing through it, riding the waves. It was a marathon. It was not a sprint. It was a marathon to go through, and I had to breathe through it. And guess what, y'all? I got through it. And it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Also did that without any medication to give birth to my daughter. And even after the fact, not even have any kind of medication after the fact. That was one medal that I will always want to say and pat on my back of, God damn, I did amazing. But I breathed through it. And that's how I got through it. Even with that, and I feel like it was, if I become aware of why this is so important to talk about as an episode in itself, it's to just breathe, is because in this last decade, becoming a mother and just being aware of my body and being aware of all the things that I need to be aware of with my children, for my children. You just got to breathe. Breathe through it. It is survival. Yeah, there's meltdowns, there's fear, there's pain, there's disappointment, all these specific moments. If you can breathe through it, you can get through it. Childbirth was one of the biggest lessons that I understood, that I was more in tune with my body, that I did breathing techniques, and that got me through it. How insane is that? Like, I literally just breathed through it, and that's why I got through it. Redundancy, I know. But I just hope it resonates. I hope it lands with you guys that are listening. Because I had posted a story on IG, and I remember, sitting in the front seat of my car and saying that, to my daughter, then to you, the audience, and saying like, hey, do y'all agree with it? Because it is so simple. And it's a simple thing that we can just do. And that can just help us out in life. Help us out in day to day. Guide us. The science behind it is breathing does regulate your nervous system. That is a fact. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digesting, and it deactivates the sympathetic, which is the fight and flight. When you're in distress, your breath becomes shallow. Re-regulating the breath re-regulates your body. That is sociological. That is science. Psychological, breath brings you back into the present moment. Panic lives in the future. What if that never ends? Breathing anchors you now. Because you're breathing, you are here, you are alive. Now. I believe this mantra works, and it works well because it's not toxic positivity. That one that I absolutely hate. Everything's fine. You're fine. I'm fine. You'll be fine. What? It's the avoidance. That's literally avoiding everything that's happening. This mantra is radical presence. It's literally saying that you're still here, you're still breathing, you can survive this moment, whatever this moment may be. Breathing through it, it's a promise to yourself that you will get through it. Not unscathed, but you'll survive. Teaching that resilience, gosh, to my children. We just had that moment yesterday. I fixed an error on my son's cloud project, which I shouldn't have. I know how he gets very antsy with his stuff and very territorial, and I should have respected that, but my reaction was I just corrected it to show him what he should have put together, the word an, A-N, right? He had it separated so we couldn't understand what he was writing. And he lost it. He was regulated, y'all, like he was just fine. He had his snack, he decompressed after school, but I just made that mistake, right? It was a mistake in his eyes. But I literally looked at him, I explained, I validated, and I said I apologized as he's going cuckoo, freaking out, having his dysregulated moment of why did mom touch it? Mom should have respected my feeling or my request of not touching my stuff, and I just did that because it was impulse, I'm presuming. I'm justifying, I guess. And I remember just looking at him, I got down to his eye level, and yes, with sternness, I said, Emiliano, breathe. Okay, I have already validated it. We have explained it. We have gone through it. And this is me trying to teach him resilience of, okay, breathe. And through his huffing and puffing, guys, he did one deep breath in, and I did it. And I looked him square in the eye, and I did it with him, with presence. God, I wanted to be so irritated and angry because I'm like, come on, you can do this, buddy. You can do this. You can get through it. And he did, guys. He did deep breaths. He did them through, like, again, the huffing and puffing, but he got through it and he did his deep breaths, even though I honestly thought he wasn't going to do them, but he did them. And he survived. And afterwards I said, was that a big deal? Was it a big deal that it had to be marked? I understand and I apologize. I made a mistake. And he literally just was fine. He got through it. He survived. And that's a resilience, I guess, topic. That's a resilience moment of showing him that he can get through the hard things. And those hard things to me are just not hard, right? But for him, they're hard. But I know that teaching them in moments like that, even though I know that I had to hold the patience, be the co-regulator, and still teach that, breathe in. I didn't go right away and say, start breathing. Start breathing. I tried to hold space for him. And then the breathing. And it helped. It doesn't help every time. I'm not perfect. Although, I can say I'm perfect. I'd like to be perfect. But I'm also only human. But if I had to teach kids, like when they're in a calm state and not just in crisis, because a lot of times, obviously, in crisis, it doesn't land, right? It doesn't register. Because their, the amygdala is turned on. So, of course, they're not going to receive it with their executive functioning skills, their prefrontal cortex. But practicing deep breathing as a game, and we do that. I definitely do that a lot, and that could be something that you can do. That's a couple of other things that I have learned and that are fun to do with kids are, let's see if we can make our bellies big like balloons. And also breathe in for 4, and then we hold it, and I put up my fist, kind of like holding it in, kind of making my hand into a fist. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. And then we'll say breathe in, 1, 2, 3, hold it, and release. And then like do the really big breath out, kind of like a cloud pulling out, blowing out. I know there's times where they've gotten a boo-boo or a scrape, and it's like, can you breathe through it? Let's take a deep breath in. And my daughter's so good at practicing it. And she moves her little, beautiful little hands up towards her mouth and then down, because you breathe in, we go up, and then pushing it down to breathe out. And she does so cute, and she closes her eyes and then says, I believe in myself, and gets whatever she needs to get done, or a little task or a little tap dance show. She's been doing that lately, and that's really cute, but really effective to also see that she's utilizing the tools that we're giving, because you literally just be in tune with your breath, just breathe through it, you can get through it. When you're disappointed, you can say, you validate that you're upset. I see that you're upset. Let's try breathing together. When it's frustration, we could say big feelings need big breaths. And naming my own hard feelings, and I said it yesterday when my son was having his moment. I said, I'm really feeling overwhelmed. I'm going to take a deep breath. And I did. I modeled it. I let them see that tool that I am utilizing. And I build that belief before the crisis. So when the big things do happen, let it be grief, let it be trauma, let it be fear, they already trust that breath is survival, right? I know for the kids, like when they have doctor visits, or when they're in the dark, or when we're separated drop-offs at school or something, we can breathe through it. When it's physical pain, when it's injury, when it's illness, we breathe through it. Disappointment, he didn't make that shot in for basketball, or when we moved away from up north, moving down to Florida. We got to breathe through it. Sensory overload, big feelings, too much homework. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's breathe through it. And I have literally applied all of these scenarios of like having a panic attack or overwhelming, even my labor and conflictions, triggers. I have applied If I breathe through it, I can get through it. And more so now than before, for sure. And I kid you not. I kid you not. Wisdom does come with age. And I hope it does for everyone, because damn, it's happening. It's been happening. It's been happening. It's been stirring for some time, but it's so much more with clarity now in my life and the stage that I'm in. And when, for you guys that are listening, when the future feels unbearable, breathe through this moment. Just deal with now. Later will come. Deal with later. If the past is crushing you now, breathe through it. When emotions feel too big, breathe through it to create space. Create that capacity within you. Breathing through it is not toxic positivity. It's not just breathe and it'll be fine. It's not dismissing pain, like just breathing, you're overreacting, just breathe through it. It's a survival tool. It's not spiritual bypassing. It's a way to stay present in unbearable moments. It's a promise to yourself. If you can breathe through it, you're still here. And that means you can take the next breath. And then the next. And the next. It's the most accessible tool we have, y'all. You can't always control your circumstances, but you can always return to your breath. Teach your kids while they're young. Practice it when it's easy, so it's available when it's hard. It's not about taking away the pain. It's not about making the pain go away. It's about enduring it without drowning in it. One breath equals one moment survived. We're teaching resilience here. Not you won't face hard things, but you have the capacity to survive the hard things. I can't promise your kids won't face the hard things. I can't promise that you won't either. But I can promise this, that if you can breathe through it, you can get through it. Not unchanged, not unscathed, but you'll survive, one breath at a time. Teach them young, teach them now. Because the breath they take in the hard moment, that's the breath that always saves them. It's always available. Always. And with that, y'all, I bid you all farewell. Till next time, this is Amber Vargas, founder of Girl Pursuit. Take care.